The final update for Modern Warfare's 5th season is here today, and we have a bit to discuss before ramping up for the next week and what will be a major content drop, perhaps even one of the last in regards to the main year of support for Modern Warfare. This week we got a few noteworthy additions, and outside of the game, a little bit of info in relation to the coming season at hand. Today we're going to break down all of that and let you know what you need to in regards to the final update of Modern Warfare Season 5, and again, a little bit in terms of what's to come. As we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. What are you hoping to see in Season 6 of Modern Warfare, and as well, maybe what you'd like to see in Warzone. Perhaps this is the coming season that begins maybe even a slow burn and a transition into Black Ops Cold War's Warzone. We'll have to wait and see with that one, but if you are new to the channel, do be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare, Warzone, and of course Black Ops Cold War as we round into not only Season 6, more teasers for Black Ops Cold War, but also the beta shortly thereafter as well. A lot to be excited for here within the next coming weeks, so stick it here on the channel. But anyways, for now, let's talk about the update at hand. On the front-facing side of things, we of course have our playlist updates, as we always do with every single Tuesday. Starting out on the multiplayer side of things, our refresh this week consists of Ground War, Gunfight 3v3 Snipers Only, Deathmatch Domination and Drop Zone, Shipment 24/7, and Shoot House 24/7. Ground War is Ground War that we know of. It's nothing out of the ordinary, no boots on the ground war or anything like that. That is a different variation of it, just Ground War. Same with Gunfight, that's your standard Gunfight. Gunfight 3v3 Snipers Only, though, of course, is exactly what it sounds like. It's a 3v3 variation as opposed to the 2v2, but you also only are outfitted with the snipers and the marksman rifles as well. So hit those shots, be accurate, and take the rounds and the win for you and your squad. Deathmatch Domination and Drop Zone is an interesting little one here because, to my knowledge, I don't think that we've had both of these game modes in a combination playlist before. They've always been their own separate thing here, but Deathmatch Domination is again that domination variation where instead of just getting points for the objective play for capturing and holding the flags, you also end up getting points towards the overall score as well if you end up getting kills. So that's something that helps out both slayers and objective players, and if you're both, well, that's even better for you then at that point. Drop Zone is of course a variation of sort of hardpoint where you have to control that drop zone, but there's no streaks enabled by default in that, so you can't go on a kill streak, get a gunship, and clear that drop zone. But if you control that drop zone, you end up getting kill streaks that drop from the sky for holding that time. So you could get a gunship, you could get a UAV or a personal UAV, something like that, but it's a wide range of what you have on offer, but it incentivizes objective play at that point to hopefully get more kills if you end up getting some of those higher kill streaks out of it. But those two are available in tandem here with this playlist. Then we finally saw Shipment and Shoot House break apart into both being Shipment 24/7 and Shoot House 24/7. Like we talked about in yesterday's video, it's great that these two are their own things because I'd say these are probably what people like to grind out the most, but you may be one or the other. But now you have the option of whichever one you want to go into and complete any of those officer challenges, complete any of ranking up to 155, complete anything you may have in terms of camos. So those are available on offer and I think are great options here for the multiplayer side of things. But jumping over to the Warzone side of things, that's where it's kind of boring for right now. Buyback Quads was removed here. It was only a weekend playlist, which is unfortunate. I had a ton of fun with it, and of course it was kind of sharing time also with the Black Ops Cold War Alpha, so a lot of players may not have gotten to experience it as much as they may have wanted. I'm talking from my own experience here with this one, but as for this weekend, we will have another mini update in which we get mini Royale trios coming back into the fold this Friday, so it's something that right now we have plunder quads in the mix, and that was the only change and adjustment made here for this week, but that's only for a few couple of days. So come this weekend, we'll see another update that is something players may want to jump into. Before I jump over into the shop changes here on the other frontward facing side of things, we also ended up getting new intel missions here with this week and the final update of Season 5. Now, these ones are of course a new step-by-step thing that you can end up following to uncover a little bit of the mystery and the storyline of Verdansk and of course everything going on in the Modern Warfare universe. If you're like me, chances are yours are probably also bugged, which is unfortunate, so a lot of players will still be having that same issue as they have been within the first couple of introductions of intel missions, and then they came back after the Season 5 introduction here of them. So unfortunately, you may or may not be able to get into these and to try these out here for yourselves, but those were added in that again unravel the storyline a little further as of today. Then a sort of transition into the shop items here with this. Right now, the tier sale actually still is going on, it seems like, within the battle pass for Modern Warfare. Admittedly, I don't know any end date here on this since I've already completed the battle pass, but at the same time, I don't know if I'd waste the cash on it if you're close close enough to the end of the battle pass, even if you need to rank it up a little bit further, because we do have, as of this weekend, a triple-double event happening where it's going to be double XP, double weapon XP, and as well double tier progression. So you should be able to gain a lot of ground this weekend on your battle pass if you just end up simply putting some time in and playing the game over the weekend. So that is something that's there, but again, up to you entirely. As for the shop updates, though, this is where we start to see our final additions here within this week's update. We ended up getting 2 new featured items, and on my end, I didn't see anything introduced in the blueprint side, so it seems like these are the only 2 items added in for right now. But we end up having the Beyond the Pale and the Notice Me 4 bundles introduced. Now, the Beyond the Pale is 2,000 COD points and comes along with the Dreadwood Ghost skin, the Spanish Moss M4, the Old Road 1911, the Night Watchman Watch, the Done and Dusted Quip, the Gilly Ghost Charm, the This Is the End spray, the Keeper of the Blade emblem, the Fields of the Fallen calling card, and the Lights Off gesture. Now, operator-wise, I think this Ghost skin is incredibly badass. If you like Ghost, this is definitely a pretty good pickup. For me, it always comes down to the blueprints, but again, if you like Ghost, I know he's been requested a lot, this one in particular, so definitely maybe worthwhile there. For the blueprint side of things, the M4 is actually okay. Camo-wise, it looks pretty gritty, looks pretty gnarly there, but it comes along with the Monolithic Suppressor, Merc 4 Grip 50-round mag, along with fully loaded and the 4x optic. So it's not terrible. I definitely would change out a few things like that optic in favor of an attachment on the barrel side of things. I don't necessarily need fully loaded here for most cases, but it's not as bad as other builds that we've seen in the shop introduced. The 1911 as well, the 1911, but coming along with the 10-round mag, it gives you a little bit more of a fighting chance, but not much at a distance. It's really kitted out for a faster draw CQB engagement. Then the Notice Me 4 bundle comes along for 800 COD points, in which it has the Showcase Ride-Tech blueprint, the Chibi Agent's Charm, the Census Red calling card, and the I've Got Your Back emblem. Now, admittedly, I'm not a huge fan of the Ride-Tech personally, so I may pass on this one personally, despite loving the vibrance of the other anime camos, and of course, for the memes. But if you use the Ride-Tech, it's actually not all that bad. It comes equipped with the 7-straight barrel, the variable zoom scope, the bipod, and the explosive rounds. So toss on a Monolithic Suppressor on that, and you've got a loadout in Warzone that honestly will annoy a ton of people, but isn't half bad. That right now is the update that we have here within Modern Warfare and the final one of Season 5, but it's also not the only thing I want to talk about, because earlier today, before the update went live, we did get our first little teaser here of Season 6, in which the only thing that we can really decipher here out of the trailer that went live is that we get 2 new operators coming at some point here with this, and also there's a new tunnel system coming to Warzone, which has been rumored for a little bit of time, also was teased officially from the end of COD Champs, but also from some of the promo material, we can see 2 new weapons as well. So those new operators are Farah as well as Nikolai, both from the campaign, so they'll be making a return in multiplayer and in Warzone. The tunnel system looks to be something that has 6 points of entry, and we still don't really know too much on that, whether or not that's a fast travel system or it's something that there's actually train cars moving at all times underneath the map itself. That would make for some very interesting engagements come the launch of it and the overall general day-to-day play of Warzone. So I'm intrigued to see how that one works. And then the weapons we see actually come from some of the promo material again of the AS Val and also then the R700. So that AA-12 that's been data mined seems to be that mid-season update weapon perhaps, but that's what we have here up on deck in terms of the newest teasers. We'll get more and more, of course, as the week goes along, I believe, but for right now, that's what we got. So that's where we're going to wrap it up. Love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of this update? And again, what are you looking forward to with Season 6? Feel free to let me know in the comments, but hopefully enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below, and of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Modern Warfare, Warzone, and of course, Black Ops Cold War as we round into an interesting time here coming up. A lot of stuff to talk about, but hopefully you enjoyed. If you also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Probably live on both those. If you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.